was real petty and real childish for me to write this letter. But baby, I needed to know how my boyfriend really felt about me. Before he hung up the phone, he said, I think my girlfriend finally found out that I was cheating on her, so she left.
I just explained it to you! You want to get loud? All the years you've dealt with me.
Dad's been cheating on my mom since she was pregnant with me. The day that he died, he had 6 girlfriends.
Oh, you never know. I might like family more than you. So much I have 5.
Families?
I think it's good if there's one dad and there's not a bunch of step parents involved, and the dad can be the hero.
Women really are the weak agenda. Yeah, that's probably the most craziest thing I've ever said in my life, but I'm just going to say it. I'm going to set myself free, and I'm finally going to say it. In terms of like physicality, but mentally, you're weak. You're genuinely, and I need you to listen to me. Don't just hear what I'm saying, listen. Anytime you come on this app and claim that you hate men, you don't stand on business. You don't even stand a toe on business. And even if the men are right, which is 0.0000001% of the time, even if they're right, so I don't give a f. Why do you need to speak? Why do you need to say anything? They have each other. They can defend each other. Like, men will literally go on the internet and clown male singers and male actors their whole entire career and let them have allegations, watch them rise up and put their lips to their mics, and they will defend them. So you don't need to speak. Shut the f. When do you ever see men rallying up together in defense of another woman against the man? That's right, it's unheard of. But how many times have you seen women coming together to attack another woman?
Well, actually, I have seen that with the latest election, right? With Kamala Harris. Black men have actually voted for a black woman, but let me let her talk.
Woman in defense of another man. Yeah, that's right. It's embarrassing. Anytime you raise your tongue or your thumbs in defense of another man, ask yourself, would he do the same for you? Would he do the same for you? Let's take that teeth rotten Johnny Depp, for example, yeah? I'm not even here to talk about who actually was the abuser in the situation. Let's put a pin on that, yeah? The way women came on this internet and infantilized this man and called him Pookie and was like, oh my God, look at the way he like flinched when this woman that's like 20 feet away from him like raised her hand to like, you know, scratch her head. Like, oh my God, Amber Turd. And this man publicly claims known abusers, like is best friends with them. So not only will he never defend you, he will befriend your abuser and probably share notes. But hey, hey, that's a story for another day. I've never seen such unity within women on this internet until there's a hate train for a female celebrity. It's so embarrassing. You guys give me secondhand embarrassment all the flipping time. If you guys had half the energy, half that you gave to Hailey Bieber, Amber Heard, Rachel Ziegler, like, etc., the list goes on. If you gave half that energy, forget the ceiling. We as a society could purchase men as pets and keep them around on a leash, and that's if we even wanted them to be around us. Like, that's what we could have done if you gave half that energy that you give to women. But you guys are stupid, and I'd like to say it's the compassion and the empathy that we have that men lack. But no, because you've proven you can be ruthless, but you just, well, your misogyny directs it elsewhere. Yeah. Stop defending men. Stop being embarrassing. Wait.
Now, you see these feminists all over the internet. It's getting tiring. Like, and she said it in the beginning. Not even physically. No, it's physically and also mentally and many other things. Emotionally as well. Men usually keep them more together. And actually, in one of these next clips I'm about to show you, it's going to show them proof.
Do you guys know the number one outcome or the number one indicator for how children grow up to thrive, whether or not they actually do?
I thought it was the daddy in the house.
Absolutely not.
What's
Believe
that?
it or not, it is the quality of their mother's happiness.
Wow.
Damn.
I'm at a loss for words. You heard what she just said? The guy said, I thought it was the father. No, it's not the quality of a mother's happiness. It's the father in the home, and it's the father being authoritative with the kid. Why? Because men know how to do that. And I can show you an example of that right here in this next clip. The man explains what's the best way for a mom to raise their boys. And the reason why they bump into problems, and not even just the boys, the girls as well, is because they're not authoritative. Meaning, let me show this next clip. Then I'll explain after.
If you're a single mom, I know that are. If you have a son that's older than 10 years old, stop waking him up. Make him wake up on his own. The 8 a.m. class is the most failed class in college because people are used to having mom wake them up every morning. They get to college. No one's there to wake you up. You're not getting to class on time. You fell into class. For one, again, set your kid up for success. Get them an alarm clock so it's no excuses. Cell phones die. You know what I'm saying? You get them an alarm clock with batteries. That could die. No batteries, no excuses. So get them a corded alarm clock. Let's say you want to wake them up at 6 o'clock in the morning. The alarm clock goes off at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you have things for them to do. You need to get up, brush your teeth, wash up, clean your room, and get all your things, get your backpack ready, get dressed, put your lotion on, everything like that, and be ready by 6:45. You're not saying anything to them until 6:45. If they're not ready at 6:45, you're not yelling at them, you're not hitting them, you're not getting emotional with them. You're giving them a consequence saying that now when you come home today, it's no phone, it's no video game, it's no this, it's no that. Now, another thing that's important is that you need to let them know what the consequences is before you do any of this. And that's important because they're going to be able to take more accountability if they know ahead of time what their consequences are. It's no different than if you get up to go to work in the morning and you 16 minutes late for work. And they tell you like, oh, well, because you 16 minutes late, anybody that's over 15 minutes late, we docking they pay. You like, well, what y'all gonna tell me? Like, you know what I'm saying? But if they send out an email saying like, hey, starting on the 1st of the month, if you more than 15 minutes late, we docking your pay. Now you got to take accountability for that because you knew ahead of time. So you're gonna let them know ahead of time. These are what the consequences are. These are my expectations. These are my consequences. Now, if they fall short, they don't get that phone. They don't get whatever they're supposed to get. They're eventually going to catch on. Like, damn, I'm never going to see this phone again until I'm ready at 6:45. And when I was a teacher, my first year, I used to just yell. Like, I was yelling. Like, man, be quiet. Ooh, like, you can't even see me yelling, right? Oh, man, be quiet. Ooh. And what I end up teaching my kids implicitly is that he's not serious unless he's yelling. Them saying be quiet don't mean nothing because he ain't going to do. Don't be quiet. Now, when he started yelling, I'm kind of intimidated. I'm shut. Yeah. But if he not yelling, he ain't serious. Even the good kids, it's not that this is just what I'm training them to do. I came back year 2. These are the expectations. These are the consequences. Now, if somebody talking while I'm teaching, if somebody talking while I'm talking, I could be quiet and look. Class gonna get quiet. If that one person still talking, everybody looking at them because everybody in this room know exactly what happened to this kid if he don't stop talking. Yeah. Everybody know what's gonna happen, right? Because the expectations is clear, the consequences is clear, and it don't matter whether you a good kid, whether you a bad kid, whether this your first time getting in trouble, whether you just did yesterday, you still have the same opportunity and the same consequence as everybody else. Yeah. So with your kid, it don't matter that they did good for 2 months and this is their first time. Hey, it don't matter. This is your consequence. You knew the expectations, and that consistency is going to do them a great service. When you yell, it takes away from what they did wrong. It hurts their capability to be accountable. Because if you yell at them, it's like, why you in trouble? Man, she mad because woo. If you calm, why you in trouble? I ain't get up on time. Like, that's all they can say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Real. That's real. Like, because if you when I was teaching, if I yell at the kid, man, go sit down, woo, woo, woo. The whole time they sitting down, they whole emotion is from me yelling at them. And the embarrassment. That's all that they thinking about. That's all that they feeling is that he yelled at me. But if I calmly like, hey, you know, you broke the rule, whatever case may be, hey, you gotta go sit outside the classroom. All you got to think about is what you did. That's real. You know what I'm saying? So the yelling is not helpful. But to all my single moms, I hope that help out in some type of way, man.
Now, you heard from that. Clearly, it proves the 2 past videos. Like, that's a man saying that. And women can do that too. Actually, he's giving that advice for women. How to raise the man child. Not by yelling. Who's most famous for yelling? Hey, get downstairs and clean this room. You already know what I sound like, right? They're most famous for that. Now, that doesn't help. You know what helps? That father in the home being calm, but militant. No need to raise your voice, because that's how you practice it. You know, I remember even when I had my brothers and sisters, I was the oldest. Like my brother, he's 17 years younger than me. My sister, she's 13 years younger than me. My other brother is 4 years younger than me. So whenever discipline happened in the home, my name was called. So every time some noise was happening in the home, Jamal, my parents would scream my name, right? So from them screaming my name, who were they scared of? They were more scared of me because I came downstairs. I wasn't talking. I came downstairs to show some action. And a lot of things got done, but did it help them? No, it didn't, because all they learned was to disrespect my parents. Sad thing, true. But the moral of the story here is that men are the better parents.
There was a time in my relationship when I thought my boyfriend had fell out of love with me. I mean, he went days without touching me or kissing me. I felt like he was being very distant and unloving. I wanted to know how my boyfriend would react if I left without telling him anything. So I wrote him a letter saying that I was tired of him and I didn't want to live with him anymore. I knew it was real petty and real childish for me to write this letter. But baby, I needed to know how my boyfriend really felt about me. I mean, it was like a prank or something, right? So after I wrote the letter, I sat the letter on our nightstand next to our bed so he could easily find it, because that's where he put his watch after he takes it off his wrist. Anyways, I climbed up under our bed and I hid until he got home. I was hoping that he was going to be really upset when he found that letter and he see that I'm not home. About 10 minutes later, I heard my boyfriend walk through the front door and he was walking towards our bedroom. I'm peeking from up under the bed and I seen him grab the letter and he read it. After a little bit of silence, he grabbed a pen and he wrote something down on the letter. Now I'm wondering, what could he have added to this letter? Then I seen him head to our closet and he was getting all dressed up. While he was doing that, he seemed happy. He was bouncing around the room, dancing and singing. Baby, I ain't gonna lie, I was getting hurt.
Gotcha, bitch.
My feelings was getting hurt, okay? I'm thinking to myself, why isn't he heartbroken? But things only got worse. My boyfriend picked up his phone and he started to dial a number. So I started to tune in to see who he was calling. I heard him talking on the phone and he said, "Hey, sweetheart, I'm just changing my clothes. I'll be there in a little bit." I heard that and I was like, oh, no wonder why he wasn't heartbroken. Tears started to fall down my...
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Before he hung up the phone, he said, "I think my girlfriend finally found out that I was cheating on her, so she left." He said, "I wish I had met you before I met her." And then he hung up the phone. After that, he walked out the room. I heard our front door open and then close, so my boyfriend was gone. That's when I climbed out from under the bed. I wanted to see what my cheating boyfriend wrote on this letter. So I read the letter and it said, "I seen your feet up under the bed, you idiot. I'm going out to buy eggs."
I know why that happened. You see when she was talking, her eyes were moving. They were very heavy. She blinked like 1,000 times. Now, what happened was those eyelids, those eyelashes were like weights on her brain. And it caused her not to think. I mean, really, you're trying to pull this prank off and your feet is showing. Curl your feet up or something. Like, I'm happy he did that to her. Her plan backfired. Why would you touch your boyfriend that way? He's with you every day. Women do that, and their man is doing nothing wrong. Now, if he was cheating, that would have been good for you. Why would you test him like that? When you go looking for problems, you find problems. And he gave them to you.
Why am I still sitting here?
I just explained it to you! You want to get loud?
I
All the years you've dealt with me, when have you telling me what to do ever worked?
And I'm not trying to tell you what to do.
No, you are.
Okay, I apologize. I'll sit here and listen to you. I understand. I admit my
Get out of the
mistakes.
car and let's talk.
I don't want to get out the car. Can we just talk like this?
Get out of the car and let's talk. You were already out of the car screaming and yelling at me.
Right. I'm not going to say it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get here.
How'd the window get broken?
I don't know. The right there in the gray jogging suit.
Okay, don't say that again.
I'm sorry. The guy in the gray jogging suit is my baby dad.
Yep.
Okay? I don't know nobody else. And the guy in the black one, he's the brother. I don't know nobody else over there.
Okay.
Okay? And I wasn't over here. I was with her. We were at the grocery store. I've been with her son. I left my baby dad's house yesterday night. He dropped me off. I have messages.
I don't need all that. How'd the window get broken?
I don't know her. I have no idea.
Why is every single one of them saying you broke the window?
No one was over there. Duh, they're going to team up against me.
So when I go watch this video, because apparently one of the neighbors says video,
Go
so I
ahead.
can watch it.
The video. Watch the video, sir. Go
You're
ahead.
not going to be...
No. I'm not trying to be like that.
Why is it like this every time I deal with you?
Because, bro.
I'm not your bro.
Individual, if that's what you call it.
Well, you can't stay out of trouble.
Yes, I can. I've been out of trouble.
Yeah, okay.
Since I turned 18, my record's clean. I have not been in trouble, so.
But you're always dealt up in drama. In a it's bull. Dealt up in some.
I know, trust me. I'm not trying to use it as an excuse. It's because, I don't know. I'm not going to make no excuses.
I thought you were moving out of state.
I did. I moved to Indiana for a minute.
Well, why'd you come back?
Because I had kids here. I don't know that.
Stop.
I don't know that.
Paula, stop. Stop.
No, because I'm not about to keep on getting blamed for something to go watch the video. Like, I'm not about to keep getting blamed for something I didn't do, period, point blank. Like,
when has you talking to me?
Now, this right here is an example of bad parenting. Why do you feel it's okay to scream at a cop? I'm from New York. I won't lie. Every time cops pull me over, yes, sir. No, sir. Always on my best behavior. Like you guys understand the plight of a black man in America. I was on my best behavior, and I was usually dressed up. Cops always felt like they treated me with the utmost respect because I was respectful to them. This here, the yelling, that comes from somewhere. That comes from a mother screaming at her. Most likely that's what happened. She's reflecting how she's raised.
Talking to me this way ever gone your way?
It doesn't get me nowhere.
No, doesn't get you anywhere.
I don't care. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, it's up. I don't care, bro. Like, I should be dead or in jail, to be honest, bro. I don't want to be here. Like,
then why do you keep coming back?
I don't know. I got kids to take care of. Literally. That no one else will take care of, so it's my responsibility.
They're your children. Who do you want to take care of them?
I don't put it on nobody else, so I take care of them.
They're your children. Yes, you're supposed to take care of them.
You told me why do I come back. I'm telling you why I come back to take care of my children. You asked me a question, I answered.
God, you are such a smart. Every time I deal with you,
I know,
you are such a smart. Even the times I've helped you, you've been nothing but a smart.
You've never mind, I'm not going to say you never helped me. All right.
Yeah, because you know that's a
lie.
lie.
Know, that's why I stabbed myself. I know. I'm just a disappointment. I don't know why I'm like this.
You still living with your mom?
No.
Where are you living?
I live over there on...
With who?
What do you mean with who?
With who?
My brother.
Okay.
Trying to act tough used to get beat at.
I might have multiple family. Oh. You never know. I might like family more than you. So much I have 5.
Do you think that's a good thing to have multiple families?
I think it's good if there's one dad and there's not a bunch of step parents involved, and the dad can be the hero, and those 5 families live a 10x better life than they would have otherwise.
Oh, Justin. You really made this one a layup, brother. The men of the red pill community possess so much naivety that in the same sentence they will diametrically oppose their point. The irony of a guy like Justin is they think that because they can be a provider that they're doing a ton of good for society, while at the same time not realizing they're the exact problem with society currently, which is a lack of a present father in the household. So let's play this out real quick, Justin. Let's say that you have 5 children with 5 different women. 5 families is what you claimed. And that child's now in school, and he's wondering, hey mom, where's dad? Haven't seen him in a few weeks. My friends are asking what he's doing. Where is he? Why doesn't he come to any of my sporting events? He's only here once a month. And what's your dynamic with dad, mom? It seems like you guys don't talk too often. All he does is just send you money so that we can live in this house. Well, sweetie, he has 4 other families that are a little bit more important this week, so he's spending time with them. So no, Justin, this self-proclamation of being a hero because you can provide money doesn't exist. So let's give an example, Justin, so that your small brain can compute how this might work. Let's say you have a father that's making $75,000 a year. He gets to see that kid 7 days a week because you know why? He doesn't have 4 other families. He has 1. and it's a nuclear family where he lives in that household every single day, that child gets to see the dynamic that he has with his wife or husband, whatever you choose, and he understands what it means to be a present parent. Don't you think that might play out a little bit better, Justin? Probably not. I'll answer that question for you, because you think that because you're a high status man, you make a lot of money, and you're a provider and a strong dude, you're a good guy. Well, I got news for you. You're not. So whenever you decide to stop making excuses for your degenerate decisions that stem from you not having worked on the problems of your childhood, let us know. And please, if you're a young man, stop following red pill content. 80% of it, super solid. Listen to that 80. The 20% like this, throw it out the window and never look back. I'm telling you, this is a guy that likes money, sitting in an $80,000 truck. Do you not think two things can be true at once? You can make a lot of money and still be a really present and good father with a nuclear family? Think about that.
I've been against the red pill for a long time. As he said, not in totality, but against some of the ideologies they have. Like, look at Fresh and Fit. Take them, for example. He's always saying the same thing. Take all of those red pill content creators. They're saying the same thing. And a lot of times they're single with no woman, or they're getting with baby mamas. It's wild what you see nowadays, but how could a man follow that, right? I chose the latter. I said, I want a woman. I want one woman. Let me go find one woman. Let me find one. One for me.
That's what we do, right? Yeah.
And that right there is far more logical.
My dad's been cheating on my mom since she was pregnant with me, and the day that he died, he had 6 girlfriends. My parents had already been divorced at that point, but 3 months before he passed, I had suggested to him that I should maybe get a hold of their names and their phone numbers. That way, when he should pass, I would call them and be able to give my condolences and let them know that the reason why you're not calling is not because literally you're ghosting them, but because I wanted to be able to let them know that it was because you passed. I got the insight to also say to him, how about, in addition to me giving them that condolence call, be able to say something special that you wanted me to share with them. And with each of them, I gave a private message. One of them was that she was the one that got away. Someone else was the love of his life. Someone was the one that he wanted to marry and should have. Whether you're the other woman, or you are cheating on your partner, or you are being cheated on, please know that this is more common than you would think. And if you would like to be able to talk to someone about that, feel free to reach out.
See, it leaves in his wake. Literally, he left in his wake, during his wake. Literally, sad children, and that was an older woman too. Just explaining the situation. Probably she got finished crying. She looks like it. She looks like she just got finished crying before she explained that. But it causes pain. Like, this pain you're causing because you want to be free. I get it. I guess I get it. Be free. But be free all the way, right? Just smash and dash. At least do that. They have relations and families and how do you have time for that? I remember one time my wife said that to me. She said, "You don't have any other family?" I said, "I never had time to be a player." Seriously, you got to be here and then there and then there. Just smash and dash if you're going to do that. Like, come on now.
Erosion on their trust in me based on dishonesty. They just know. Same thing with my word. When I say something, I will do everything in my power, and unless something huge happens, very, very rare for me to break my word. As my girls say, master's word is gold. And I know a lot of dating coaches try to teach guys to baby their girls when it comes to the truth, but I have not seen it. With the numbers that I've had dating, I do not see it helping the relationship. Dishonesty, even small white lies, erode. And if you are a male and you think you can pass it off and she believes that lie you just told her, you're woefully ignorant to how good they are at reading body language, vocal tone, and facial expression. You're welcome.
Look at this guy talking about he has a bunch of different girls. His name's Alpha Dom. It's tragic.
The older that I get,
the more I understand how important it is to have boundaries, because people will play in your face until the day you die if you let them. And the worst part about it is that after you hit like that 25-year mark, you can't blame that nobody but yourself. You have to take full accountability. And I don't know about y'all, but I can't stand when my mother fall. Like, you mean to tell me I have to take so much accountability to the point where I might have to dig deep into my childhood trauma and figure out what it is that my mom and dad did or said to me when I was younger that makes me allow people to treat me like walk all over me in my adult life? Who the has time for that?
Yeah, that's happening because you've probably seen it from your mother. You could have seen guys treat her like garbage. I don't know if your dad was there, but he probably wasn't there, and that caused that problem.
Have you ever noticed that if you're a private person, it like pisses people off? I've experienced this a lot in my life where people would just ask me like nosy prodding questions like at work or stuff like that. And they would just get like irritated that I was setting a boundary and like not answering the question because they were 100% not entitled to know. And I think a lot of this comes from a couple of things. I think that it kind of started with the dawn of like reality TV, where people were letting cameras into their homes and monetizing their personal lives. And we had social media, then we had influencers who were doing the same thing kind of. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it comes with consequences, but I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. But you definitely shouldn't feel entitled to have like personal life updates from just anybody just because everybody's sharing things online all the time. I also think this comes from people who are super open and they expect like reciprocity of disclosure, which is 100% not something that you are entitled to. So I just find it really fascinating when people get annoyed when like you're a private person, and I find it even more of a reason to stay private.
Yeah, well, it's things like that. Of course, if a person wants privacy, respect their privacy. Even I want privacy. I do. I know you see me on a bunch of different channels, but when I'm private, like when I'm with my wife and things I'm doing at home, I don't want that to be seen. I'm sure I'll show it. Well, because I'm not that much of a private person, but I still like my privacy. When I'm ready to show it, I will. I will be that person she's talking about. I will be that person. Being private, it does annoy people, and I don't mind that being private. This is my life. Say it all. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.